What's good, people? Today, we're going to be checking out some reels that are going around social media that might make you ask some questions. Let's get it started. What's good, everyone? Shout outs to everybody tuning into the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Join the community of weird and mysterious, which is what we're going to be watching today. And before we begin, this video was made for entertainment and educational purpose. AI is fascinating and all until it's not. It's gonna be a point. It's gonna come a point where we're not gonna be able to tell the difference between real footage and made up footage. And this video looks. I mean, if AI did this, they're gonna be way ahead of the game compared to humans. I mean, come on, it's AI. So it's kind of scary, man. Hopefully things don't get out of hand and somebody somehow, some way controls the situation.
Back in 2016, during the height of the killer clown craze, a man returned home after work and immediately noticed something off. His side gate was wide open. He was certain he had closed it, so he checked his CCTV footage. What he discovered will send chills down your spine. Watch closely and tell us in the comments. What would you have done in his shoes?
That clown, is up to no good. He seems to be carrying a knife. Man, I'm glad all doors and windows were locked. And then people wonder why I have big dogs. I don't have the small puppy dogs that fit in a backpack. I have some full-size dogs so that they can, you know, welcome somebody that's trying to come in unwelcome. You know what I mean? But yeah, this clown was definitely up to no good. I'm glad nothing happened. I mean, according to what we could see on the video, but he sure tried to see if anything was open, windows, doors. I'm surprised he didn't check under the rug for some spare keys.
Into the kitchen, and what's all this? So I guess you guys were right that activity seems to be picking up because I have been, doing renovations. I replaced all this stuff, this dishwasher, this stove, the oven hood there. But this morning when I came into the kitchen, I noticed the cabinet was open, and then I noticed this chair. So I checked the Ring video, and it definitely...
This video right here seems legit to me. You could see like a shadowy figure just walking or moving around, and he was around that area from where the chair got tossed. So, I mean, if you ask me, I would have to say that this seems legit.
1969, in England, English mine operators were using the power furnished by horses to pump water from flooded mines. Mine owners naturally thought in terms of the number of horses needed to do a certain amount of work. When James Watt invented a mechanical substitute for the power of horses in 1769, he wanted to know how much work it would do in comparison with a horse. So he and his assistant, William Murdoch, performed many experiments under various conditions, measuring the ability of different horses to raise heavy stone weights from a stone quarry pit. They found that the average horse, under average conditions, exerts the amount of power which would raise 550 pounds a distance of 1 foot in 1 second. Working continuously for 1 minute, the same power could move a total of 33,000 pounds a distance of 1 foot. Watt took this figure as a unit and called it 1 horsepower. The horsepower unit proved very useful. Watt was able to tell mine owners and businessmen exactly what size engine would be needed to replace the horses they'd been using. When the use of mechanical power became more general, Watt's horsepower unit was kept as a standard for estimating and comparing power. We can measure any energy in terms of horsepower. For example, it would take about 3 million ants to develop the power of a single horse. Sturdy legs and a strong back give the coolie more strength than the average human being. Yet, in action, he develops only 1/5 of a horsepower. While the elephant, having the advantage of his great size and huge muscles, can perform complicated tasks with the strength of 5 horses. As the needs of civilization have increased, gradually, machines have taken the place of muscles to develop power. Today, man gets power from many sources. The power of steam, the power of water and electricity, and the power of the internal combustion engine. As engines developed by man have grown more powerful, they have grown more compact. This perfect miniature engine has 4 cylinders, but it develops only 1 horsepower. On the other hand, the largest and most powerful internal combustion engines in the world, located at a power plant in Chicago, have only 4 cylinders apiece. But each of these giants drives a dynamo, which generates enough electricity to do the work of 10,000 horses. It isn't the number of cylinders, it is the size and design that is important. In an automobile engine, likewise, there are many factors that control the amount and the kind of power. Feature by feature, part by part, cylinder by cylinder, the horsepower of automobile engines has been increased. Power and economy in the modern automobile engine result from the careful design of many features. The carburetor is designed to handle the gasoline efficiently and accurately to get the greatest advantage from the fuel. Intake manifold passages and valve openings are designed to supply quick reserves of power with economy. Precision-fitted pistons give stamina and durability. The cooling system keeps the engine operating at a constant temperature, developing full power at all times and under all weather conditions. Every part has been designed with maximum strength for rugged, constant power, while friction-removing bearings and special lubrication permit sustained high speeds. The valve and head design has brought to the motor car the same flashing power that brings the thrill to riding in a speedboat. the same dependable power that is so vital in an air transport, combined with the maximum efficiency of the racing car, getting the last drop of energy out of a drop of gasoline. The modern motor car has these same features of design for extra power under all conditions of weather and road. Few people realize the great amount of power that travels with them under the hood of their automobile. Theirs to control wisely and safely. Almost every family can have at its individual command the strength of 85 horses, eager and willing to respond. 85 horsepower, flowing smoothly at a touch of the accelerator.
For those of you who did not know where the term horsepower came about, I hope you're paying attention to this video, because I couldn't have explained it better myself. Just for the simple fact that I didn't even know myself. We learn something every day, though. So if you're driving a muscle vehicle or muscle car that's pushing 400 horsepower to the wheels, it'd be like you had 4 horses tied to your car pulling you. And now you know. That looks like a big flying saucer. Almost like the ones that came out of, on that movie Independence Day. Man, that's creepy, bro, just to think that there's something that big flying around. I mean, that's what it seems like. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's creepy, bro. Seeing some lights like that in the sky. And this is in Belgium, Europe. I was gonna say they look like festival lights, but then again, I've never seen a festival just use so many lights to cover such a big parameter. Oh, it wasn't a flying saucer. It's some lights. I mean, that's weird. I never seen something like that before. But then again, technology is not what it was. That could only be one of two things: either somebody's having fun with some bright lights, or somebody's flying a very fast object.
This world is not what you have been told. Have you ever wondered why all these unexplainable ancient structures are built on the Earth's energy grid? The explanation stems from the emerald tablets of Thoth, who was also known as Idris, Enoch, Hermes, Metatron, or Quetzalcoatl. In these tablets, Thoth mentions a technology called stargates many, many times. He explains that they enabled him to travel instantaneously between various locations on Earth and even to other worlds. And this is how these stargates worked. The stargates use Earth's energy grid, a network of natural energy lines that crisscross the planet. By aligning the stargates with these energy lines, Thoth could tap into a limitless source of power, enabling instantaneous travel. These energy lines are now called ley lines to hide their true power, but it gets even crazier. Look at all these ancient sites, they all lie on stargate locations. This is because Thoth built every single one. He traveled the globe spreading spiritual wisdom, advanced technology, and profound astronomical knowledge. This is also how every site aligns with constellations or celestial objects. Thoth was known by many names in different cultures because he used these stargates to travel and build sites. Do you think Thoth built more sites on other planets? This world is...
I don't know about this one. I'm not too convinced about time traveling. There's not enough proof, but I don't discard anything. But yet, I don't believe anything either. So, I don't know about the story. It's there's not a lot of information, not a lot of proof. So, I mean, it'd be something. If what did he say? Who did he say it was? Thought was time traveling and just building things, but I don't know, man. It sounds a bit off the edge, but who knows?
50 years, 7-Eleven. Wow, 50 years. Anything to say? Well, congratulations, man. Thank you.
50 years in a job at 7-Eleven, and he only got an email congratulating him. Oh man, that dude should at least get a bonus or something. Messed up. I mean, but hey, at least he had a job for that long. Gravity is a hoax. Static force is the force in between two objects. Yeah, we get it. I mean, it's being pulled by the static, by the electricity that is conducting, but I've been hearing that lately, that gravity is just a hoax. But I need more information to hop on that train. I haven't had enough information yet, but although I do see, that static has a lot to do with pulling objects that carry electricity. Dark matter, dark energy. I wish this clip had sound. It's just that they're playing some music on the background, and I can't put the volume on. But I mean, I already knew about static. I just don't know how this is confirming that gravity's a hoax. He's only 97% deadly? What is that? See, if aliens do exist, I would imagine something like this. What is that? Australia is just something else. Yeah, that looks nice and all, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't get on that pool. Can you only imagine if an earthquake hits?
Wow. Wow, listen.
I remember when these videos started coming out a few years back. Some of them sounded creepy. But not only that, I don't know if you guys noticed, there was like a big circle in the sky. It seemed like if it was a cloud of some sort, but I don't know if it's related, but I noticed it, and yeah, this sounds creepy. I've seen worse. I've heard worse, but this sounds like trumpets, but loud trumpets. Can you imagine how they're hearing it there? I mean, if his phone was able to capture it, I could only imagine how loud it is in real life. Or in person, I should say. Okay, so there's what seems to be a microchip inside a SIM card, but I don't know, what are they trying to tell us? It's like we really don't need a SIM card. We could just get the little chip and which controls everything, or I don't know. I didn't get this video.
A wild orangutan has decided to partake in his own jungle pharmacy. He is using medicinal plants to treat a wound. So he would pluck it, chew the leaves to create like a paste, and then apply it to the gash on his face. This plant is known for its pain-relieving qualities and anti-inflammatory properties. In addition to pasting this on, he would pick leaves and use them as a bandage.
How did he learn this? That's what I'm saying. Like, so was he in captivity? Do we know? Is he
No. This is a wild animal.
Dude, that is insane.
So-
he had to have seen somebody do
So
this.
there's either generational knowledge,
Yeah.
meaning like elephants pass down migratory routes, or there's something in chewing and eating it. The plant does have pain-relieving and anti-inflammatory properties. So, if you put
Feels
Neosporin
good.
on a cut, it feels good,
Yeah.
right? And you're like, oh, that feels better. I mean, he obviously has figured this out. Like, this is a self-healing thing that this animal has either been, generationally passed down or figured out through chewing and applying. A wild orangutan.
That is something. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Orangutans, monkeys, animals in general are smart. I mean, they're God's creation. What do you expect? AI, that's human creation. Not the same thing. Not the same level. Well, folks, it's about that time for me to clock out. But don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, so that you won't miss out on new content. Share this video with your family and friends. And I'll see everybody on the next one.